What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Wonka, which is still in theaters now and hits digital Tuesday, depending on when you're watching this video. This movie is the prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Timothée Chalamet plays Willy Wonka, and he wants to make his chocolate in this place that has the world's best chocolate. But when he gets there, he discovers the chocolate cartel led by the evil Slugworth. And if you remember the original film, Slugworth was working for Willy Wonka. So, without any spoilers, from where Slugworth ends up at the end of this film to when he's in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, there's no connectivity there. But this is a musical that, made a lot of money at the box office, is very successful, and I hadn't had the chance to see it until now. I haven't posted my top 10 list of 2023 yet for the best movies, so I've waited to see a couple things, see if they would make contention. This film certainly won't make the list, but I did like it. I didn't love it, but I did like Wonka. I think this is an extremely entertaining film, and it's an extremely lighthearted film. This is from the guy who brought us the Paddington movies, which I haven't seen. Don't sue me. I do plan on watching them eventually. But I haven't seen the Paddington films. But the same director comes in to direct this and co-write it, and he brings a very lighthearted feel to it, but also a very cartoony feel. This movie, I feel like with the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that movie had more of a grit to it. This movie has zero grit. This movie is just cotton candy, uh, pure joy. The film is pure imagination in a sense. But that kind of made it a little hard to attach myself to. When you get into the thick of it with the story and the plot with the chocolate cartel, who are extremely cartoonish, I just couldn't take it seriously. Even though I was extremely entertained by it, I just couldn't take it seriously. Keegan-Michael Key's character plays a police officer in the film, who I thought was actually really good, and he practically stole the movie for me. Keegan-Michael Key has been appearing in a lot of these movies lately and doing a great job. Like he played a voice in Toy Story 4, which he was very good. He played a voice in Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio, which was a terrible film, but he had the best part of it. Just a bunch of these characters that he's appearing as, and now here, where he's very good. He's playing the chief of police who gets bribed very easily by the chocolate men and the chocolate cartel to keep the town moving the way that they would want. So that leads to some funny bits with that character. So that worked really strong for me. The cartel itself, very, like I said, I didn't mind it. I didn't not like it. I just couldn't take it serious. When you go to see a film like Wonka, do you want to take it seriously? I don't know, maybe. I mean, you want to have something to attach yourself to, and I feel like the character of Willy Wonka, Timothée Chalamet, I mean, is likable, but I don't know if I necessarily cared about him. The character of Noodle, I think she's likable, but I don't know if I necessarily cared about her, because the way that the film is set up, you know that everybody's going to be okay. You know that by the end of it, it's kind of predictable. And there's if you think a character is in danger, guess again, because there's like no stakes. It felt like there was no stakes to this film. This is very lighthearted, very whimsical. The music I did really like. I thought the best song of the movie was, I believe it's called For a Moment. It's like a duet between Willy Wonka and Noodle, who I like their bond, but I just didn't find myself caring. And I guess that's the biggest downfall of it for me. Even though, like I said, very entertaining. I like the performances. You have Oscar-winning actress Olivia Colman in this as Mrs. Scrubbit, which Scrub Scrub is the title of a song in this, which is so damn catchy and fun, and one of my favorite songs of the film. She's Mrs. Scrubbit, which reminded me of Mrs. Lovett. She's playing a role like Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd. When someone comes into her shop, her little apartment complex that nobody is really staying at because of all the fine print that you'll see in the film. If they come in, just like Wonka does. She says, "Wait, Russ? What's your hurry? You gave me such a fright. I thought you was a ghost. Have a minute? Can't you sit? Sit you down. Sit. I haven't seen a customer for weeks." You know, so she's very reminiscent to Mrs. Lovett. She doesn't say that. She doesn't sing that, but she's very similar. Her little henchman guy, he was okay. There's some goofiness that goes on with the plot there. Look, the final thing I'll mention is the Oompa Loompa. Hugh Grant is excellent in this movie, and I think Keegan-Michael Key stole the film from me, but Hugh Grant would have stole it if he was in it more. I don't know if it was because they didn't want to do too much CGI, whatever the case is. There's a scene when he takes off on his wings and he flies past the camera. Didn't look great. Some of the CG there didn't look great, but I mean overall it's a visually impressive movie. I thought the effects worked overall, but just not a lot with the Oompa Loompa. I would have wanted to see a little more with him, but he's just not written into the story as much as he should be. He just kind of comes and goes. But look, in the end of the day, Wonka, very entertaining film that I can't imagine anybody living saying they didn't like it. And I'm going to give Wonka 3.5 out of 5 stars. And if you plan on seeing it, I do think it is worth a watch. So guys, comment down below. Did you see the film? What did you think about it? And which actor is your favorite Willy Wonka? Is it Gene Wilder? Is it Johnny Depp? Or is it Timothée Chalamet? Comment that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A bunch of reviews coming in the future. Also, as I mentioned, a top 10 best movies of 2023 list that I'll be making is coming within the next few weeks. Very short weeks. It's on its way. And you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingArises131. Guys, that's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Wonka. And until next time, over and out.